Lisa. She's been charismatic, charming, direct, strategic, and she can be quite convincing.
Recently went out for drinks, just Lisa, Trevor, and I. It was then that I was reminded how much this man really loves our best friend, and that he would literally do anything for her. For holding the door out for her, to gently rubbing her arm, and just looking at her with that loving gaze whenever she would tell a story or really just talk at all. They complement each other really well. Lisa is our wild one, but Trevor can be equally wild too.
As you can well imagine, being Lisa's parents has never been boring, especially when it came to Lisa's dating life. I have to admit, I didn't mind the pleasant parade of eye candy that came through my front door for a number of years. I don't think I ever thanked you, honey. Thank you.
So I figured that on this vacation, I would be getting my one-to-one time with Trevor and putting him in the hot seat a little bit. And Trev, I have to admit, you did good. You have a great, cool, calm, collected demeanor about you. You know, you're smart. We were able to have conversations about almost anything. And most importantly, in my eyes, you're genuine, and you obviously care for Lisa so much.
Lisa that fall at St. Mark on the school playground. The three of us have became instant friends from there, and we've been inseparable ever since. We graduated elementary school together, moved on to high school together, and even stayed really close when we went to separate universities. Every time we're together, it's always a good time. We each make each other laugh and always see the best in each other in every situation.
One of the things I admire about Lisa most is that she knows what she wants, and she almost always goes out and gets it. Whether it's getting into a bar without waiting in line or paying cover, whether it's asking the several questions she so often has, or whether it's dating Trevor, she always gets what she wants. Sorry, Trev, you never stood a chance.
I don't know what to say about Trevor that he doesn't already know. We've become so close at this point that we practically finish each other's sentences. Thank you, Trevor, for that. That was good. Helpful. Way to leave me hanging, buddy.
I think we can all agree that their love is an inspiration. How compatible they are, how they complement each other. Even the way that they look each other. It's beautiful. You guys really are an inspiration. Trevor, you're like the brother I've always wanted. Steve, you're like the broski I've always had. That's pretty good too, right? I feel so lucky to be part of your special day. Not only do you guys look absolutely amazing, but so do the bridesmaids.
This wedding has been quite something to plan. I'd say the highest degree of difficulty of all the things I've ever had to plan in my history of planning. But it's all worth it because today Trevor and I get to stand here together as Mr. and Mrs.
So my first part is about Paul and Steve, and now since they basically just roasted me for a good 20 minutes, I can't read any of this. I'm standing here reading this, I can't read it anymore.
It's all nice stuff. It's too nice.
It's it means a lot, really appreciate it, blah blah blah. So what can I have to try to wing something, and the only thing I can think of is who really has the last laugh, because who were both dumped in the past 2 months, and And look at where we are right now. I mean,
You put your blood, sweat, and tears into turning our house into our home. And I admire you so much for not only your impressive, self-taught skill set, but your dedication even when it's been so hard. I always thought home was a place, and in some ways, yeah, my parents' place will always be my home. But now I understand that for me, home is a person, and that person is you. You're my water, I'm your fire. You calm me down and help me rationalize, and I ignite the flame inside you to pursue your passions and get things done. You're thoughtful, loving, and you make me laugh, especially when I need to most.
for those of you that don't know, Lisa and I met on Tinder. And for those of you that don't know what Tinder is, it's not the classiest way to meet someone. Arriving at the restaurant, again, there was still the thought I was about to meet a completely different person, or I was being played in some way. When I walk in, there is this little woman who can only be described as the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. She just looked phenomenal. Her outfit, everything about her was just so gorgeous. I later learned this is just her norm and how she likes to dress and her passion for fashion. It's fun taking her out on dates when I'm wearing a t-shirt and she comes out looking like she's going to some glamorous party or something, and I just always say to her, like, really? Like,
It's a sundress, like.
oh, it's too no, it's more than that. I'm not complaining. It's just funny the bar she sets with her passion for style and constantly being way too gorgeous. So our first date, I kind of smiled to myself thinking this is going to be such a huge waste of time, to be honest. That she was probably just looking for a free meal. I guess I was just being too pessimistic, but let's be honest, Lisa's just way too stunning for me. Everyone knows it, I mean. Surprisingly to me, though, I got a second date and a third, and before I knew it, she was inviting me on a very fancy all-inclusive vacation. She won by being the top sales lady in all of Canada, or something like that. This vacation, only a few months into a relationship, was a great bonding time for us, and it really cemented in me what a truly special person this was and how lucky I would be if she wanted to be my partner long term. It also made me feel a strong desire to just be the best possible partner I can be for her. I haven't been at times. We've had a couple hiccups along the way, but I like to think we've grown together and we make each other better from week to week to year, as well as in our goals and pursuits for adventure. Lisa is the most genuine, secure, caring, altruistic person I've ever met. She has done nothing but make me feel so loved and supported through every stage in our relationship.
Like Trevor mentioned, Trevor and I met on Tinder, the least romantic way possible. But when I landed on your sweet and genuine smile, we started messaging each other back and forth and began getting to know each other, and I asked you about your interests. You told me you liked to garden, liked jazz music, and liked pickling vegetables. I started to wonder if I was being catfished by an old woman.
In the past 6 months of her planning this special day, I've been teasing her, calling this her day all the time. But all along, I've actually been thinking the opposite. In writing these words, and definitely during the ceremony, I've had such a strong feeling that this actually isn't her day, because I truly feel like I'm the luckiest man alive, that I can now call you my wife.
Trevor, you provoke her mind. She appreciates your Renaissance man curiosity about a wide range of topics, and it's nice to see someone keep up with her debating skills. Thank you for bringing her challenge. When she takes on too much on those little shoulders and she gets overwhelmed, you're one of the few people that can talk her off the ledge. Although we have every faith in you, and we should, and we warmly welcome you into our family, I just feel compelled to briefly mention that half of her family is Italian, and we know people. Lisa, know that your father and I are the ones who were spoiled. You have surpassed all of our expectations. We're amazed constantly at your strength and your resilience. You filled our days with joy and laughter. And although you no longer hold our hand, you will always hold our heart. We love you, but please get your shit out of our house.
Lisa loves that you blend in so comfortably with her family. She sees you as kind, funny, smart, and genuine. She sees you as thoughtful and pragmatic. She loves learning new things from you. She admires your altruistic and selfless nature. She loves that you appreciate her humor and strength, and that you always find a way to encourage her. She loves that you're better with navigating maps than she is, especially when you're traveling together. She loves that you're her rock during tough times. She loves that you can always see her good side, even when she's not in a delightful mood, and especially when she's hangry. Lisa, Trevor loves that you make him laugh, especially when you don't mean to. He loves your intelligence, your smile, and your beauty. He appreciates your tenacity, attention to detail, and passion. He loves when you cook for him and surprise him with gifts, even though most of these gifts are to get him to dress better. He knows that you like being strong and independent, but loves when you reveal your tender and sweet side. He loves how you're so secure with who you are and how you're so genuine with whomever you interact with. He loves how simple being around you makes him a better man in so many ways. He also secretly loves when you blow up his phone with cat video after cat video. Also, as a special request from the couple, do you promise not to bug them as to when or if they are having kids? If you will, please express your support by responding together. We promise.
You have filled my life with joy, giving me peace I never thought I'd have. I promise to try my best to do the same for you.
Trevor, I love that you so regularly ask me how you can make my day better. So selfless. I promise to notice your effort and thoughtfulness and show you how much I appreciate you.
I promise to be more willing to entertain the idea that dancing isn't actually so bad and to surprise you with nights out.
I vow to be present in the moment with you, whether we're traveling the world, stuck in traffic, or cuddling in bed on a Sunday morning.
I vow to encourage and never hinder your wild side. I realize this is probably going to get me into trouble, but I still promise it.
I promise to always remember to do the little things, like kiss you goodnight and say I love you every day, because they're the big things, really.
I vow to never take you for granted, and since words won't do it, I promise to show you with actions how much I love you every day for the rest of my life.
I vow to give you strength as your best and most supportive friend and make you laugh constantly.
I vow to be your travel partner no matter where you want to go, even if that means laying on a beach for what I consider to be far, far too long.
I vow to be there for you during the tough times, not because I have to be, but because I want to be. I promise to listen to you and stay open-minded, especially when it's hard, because that's when I most need to hear what you have to say. I vow to learn from my mistakes and admit when I'm wrong, however rare that may be.
I promise to be your partner in all things, to be by your side for all of life's struggles, to hold and support you whenever you need, to laugh together, to find joy and adventure, to be loyal, faithful, and to always put you first for as long as I shall live.
I vow to protect your heart and be faithful to you. I believe love is a choice, and I vow to choose you every single time. And most of all, I vow to love you openly, fiercely, and forever.
It is now my honor to pronounce that you are husband and wife. Trevor, you may kiss your bride.